Hey, yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, subscribe. We appreciate all the love. And for this one, we getting straight into it. We're talking about your boy Diego Pacheco as he already beat Steven Nelson and getting called out by your boy Edward Berlanga. Or should he be taking on Caleb's sweet hands plant? Now, we know Berlanga had a lot to say and talking about Diego Pacheco's, money-making capabilities, only making $200,000 per fight. Hey, to me, that's some good money to fight, especially if you do it, 2 or 3 times a year. But in the world of, Berlanga, that's nothing. That's small chain. We already know how he gets down with the big chains, all the fresh gear. I believe he makes, pretty decent chains even before he fought Canelo Alvarez. And with that said, after Canelo Alvarez, obviously making the millions that he did, he's feeling himself. But everybody starts from somewhere. 200,000 is not bad. But in this case, he's calling out Pacheco and saying he's going to get him a nice paycheck and put hands on him. Here on the Silent A podcast, we think, Edward Berlanga needs to be careful. You looked okay against Canelo Alvarez, although you got shut out. When I say okay, we all thought you were going to get knocked out. Don't take that loss and the fact that you did get knocked out and that you did okay in a few rounds as you are that one in the division. Yes, you are popular. Yes, you are the man. Yes, you make money, but money isn't everything. I will think he will walk into a smooth ass whooping if he takes on Diego Pacheco, the young star. Not that he'll get knocked out. I honestly do not believe Diego Pacheco would knock out the likes of Edward Berlanga, but he will do the same thing he did to Steven Nelson. He will keep him at reach, keep him at bay, control the pace, and when he tries to get too busy, push him out. Stiff jab, straight rights, keep him busy, keep him at bay. He's got enough power to earn the respect of Edward Berlanga. We saw how Canelo did it, in his case, using a lot of counters, offsetting Edward Berlanga, and really keeping him thinking. In this case, Diego Pacheco is going to do the same thing, but a different style. He's going to really just outbox him from a distance and really just trust in his distance power, as we call, like a good snapping jab and, an honest right with a couple combos as he can fit those in, especially when Edward could get, confused or too overzealous in trying to get in there and to show that he is a better boxer or more of a veteran than the younger athlete. But with that said, we still would like to see it still be a good draw. We know how Edward Berlanga gets down. Be a good clash, Puerto Rico, Mexico. And, that's always going to sell tickets. That's always going to make some money. And, hey, we like Diego Pacheco here, and I would love to see him get a good payday. I think he's on the path to, finally get one of either the belt that Canelo drops or get a shot at Canelo one of these days. But we really like the young man style. I like how he gets down. I love his, smooth, just demeanor, calm. And that's how he fights too, in and out the ring. He walks around calm and he gets in that ring calm and really just manages himself. And I think that separates him from the other prospects and top contenders in the division, especially that 168-pound division. But again, with that said, Edward Berlanga, be careful. I think the young star, the young man would take you out, beat you by unanimous decision, and take your fame. And honestly, I root for it. I want you to go take on Diego Pacheco. I want you to go in there and think you're going to get that smoke. I want you to build that fight up, and I want you to build Diego Pacheco's name up. I want him to become a star because I just like how he carries himself. I like how he boxes. And more importantly, I think he does have the potential to be a big star in this division and is willing to take on the biggest names in boxing. Now, before we get off of this, we always, like to bring up another option. We're talking about Caleb's sweet hands plant. In this case, I'd rather see Edward Berlanga first for Pacheco. I think that's easy work. And not no disrespect, but I think that style, styles make fight. I think Edward will just set him up. Berlanga will set him up just right. That's a good style matchup for him. The fame, he'll make some money off of it, get his name buzzing and getting it going right that he should be. He should be making more than $200,000. I agree with Berlanga on that. But, Pacheco's growing. He's getting there. And I think Berlanga is a perfect stepping stone. And then from there, take on the lights of Caleb Sweet Hands Plant for like a unification bout or championship bout later in the 168-pound division if y'all both can pick up a strap, or just get one of the vacated ones from Canelo if you can't get Canelo right away, and let that scrap go down. I think Berlanga, then Caleb Plant is a perfect game plan. I think his promoter, his managers need to be working on that. That just gets him right and builds up the buzz and gets everybody supporting his name and further test out his abilities. Steven Nelson was okay. That's a nice step up, but now let's get to the next level. And I think Berlanga is a clear path, a clear, like, that's not a far reach. Berlanga's not, he's skilled. He can fight, but he's not out of reach. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely not a reach out of talent for this young man. I think he can get down and get busy with it. I think Caleb Plant at this point might be a little bit too far, not in the terms of power. Caleb's not a knockout artist or nothing like that, but his boxing pedigree, his style, he gave Canelo fits. He gave David Benavidez fits in their fight, even though, he got beat in both those matches for that matter. But he's seen a lot of styles. He's taking a lot of power, so it's kind of hard to get down with Caleb Plant and knock him out unless he runs out of stamina, which happened to him in the Canelo fight. But the pedigree of Caleb, man, that's something not to play with. He can box well and boxes smart. I think right now you need to see a different look, work on some things, then get into that boxing ring with a little bit better boxer like Caleb Plant to get you set up for maybe and finally the Canelo Alvarez fight, pending if he's around during that time frame, if he doesn't retire or not. But knowing Canelo, he loves the money and he loves the fight game. Canelo's going to be around. I think he'll give you that shot if he can make it past Terrence Crawford, if he doesn't get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. And if he does get the winner of Beterbiev Bivol, I don't think he walks past either one of those men. I think both of them do beat Canelo. Beterbiev probably has a good chance of knocking him out, but I think it'd be UD decision for Beterbiev as well as a UD again for Bivol. Both are too big for him. Beterbiev, to my opinion, is too strong, although he's old and long in the tooth, so maybe that is his best shot to get at the older fighter. And then Bivol's just, again, too elusive, great boxer, and uses all his attributes to the best ability. It's really a bad style matchup for Canelo. Anyways, not a Canelo video. Again, Diego Pacheco, I think you need to walk through Berlanga, take him on out, take that fame from him, take the icy chains up off him, build off his fame, build off his name. That's a good, reachable fight within your talent and within the scope, and you both are on top rank, mind you not. And then step to the likes of Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, get you some good experience with a good boxer that's still in the 168-pound division, and then finally knock them two off. Maybe you get a look at a Canelo Alvarez or an Mbili. Or maybe if you're willing to move up, you're a big guy, you're a big kid, move up and take on the likes of David Benavidez or the winner of him and David Morrell. We'll see. Anyways, talk too long on this. Let us know what you think. But before you do that, hit that like button, comment below. And as always, subscribe. We're going fast. Anyways, it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A Podcast. Until the next time, peace.